I'd like to start on our backs today and do some core work, which we haven't been doing much of this month. So go ahead and come onto your back. And we'll start with the knees bent. Maybe place your hands on the belly. Feel the breath rising in the belly. And then pull the belly down, making that exhale active and engaging the abdominal muscles. Relaxing the belly again for the next in-breath. And then bring one of your hands up to your chest so that we can extend the length of the breath from the belly to the chest. Still feeling the rise of the belly, but then also feeling the lift of the heart at the top of the breath. And still contracting the belly down and in as you exhale. Continue the breathing and release your hands. And then we're going to move in such a way as to exaggerate that fullness of belly and that contraction on the exhale. So with your feet hip width apart under your knees, on the inhale, press into your feet and lift your hips. Breathe into your belly, send it all the way up into your chest. And then on the exhale, lower the hips down, lift the head, and reach the hands past your thighs. Inhale, hands and head down, hips lift. Exhale, contracting. Now you can stay like this, or you can add the arms overhead on the inhale, and then forward on the exhale. Stay with the feeling of the breath flowing from the belly to the chest as you inhale. Feel the entire exhale being squeezed out by the contraction in your belly. Last one. And then on the exhale, hold here. Reach forward with the fingers. Try to lift a little higher. And either stay here or extend your legs and take them off the ground. Notice whatever challenges this brings to your breath and continue to breathe as deeply as you can. And then hug the knees into the chest. Lower the head down. Roll your head from side to side. Feeling the sensation of your skull rolling across the floor. Slowly breathing, slowly moving the head. And then we turn your head to center. And we're going to circle the knees around, moving them as one unit, bringing your awareness to your sacrum, that flat part of your lower back. And you can visualize the face of a clock there at your lower back. And roll around, pressing each number of the clock. The next time the weight is in the tailbone, your 12 o'clock, reverse direction. And the next time the knees come toward you, hold there. Feel where your breath goes as you pull the knees to the chest. And then open the knees out to the side, letting the feet just dangle in the air, letting the weight of your hands be heavy on your legs. If it feels more supportive to you and it helps you release the legs more, you can hold from below or just let the hands rest on top. See if you can surrender the weight of your legs into the hands, whether they're above or below. Use the hands to help the legs let go. And breathe deeply enough that it feels like your breath is going all the way down into the stretch. Just imagining that you can breathe into the space between the legs. And then release the feet down on the ground. Release the hands and let the knees come in to touch. The feet will be a little bit wider than hip width apart. Just find the placement that works for you, where the knees really feel like they're resting against each other. Allowing the breath to return fully into the belly again. and carry all the way up to the chest. And then let the knees fall apart again, just facing up toward the sky. And roll over. Let's start on the left side. We're going to reach back with that right arm. We're going to keep our head to the left. Breathe deeply enough that maybe you can feel the breath coming up into the right side of the chest. Feeling the breath in the right ribs, lung. And then lift the knees. Bring the head center. And drop the knees to the right. Rolling your head to the right. Bringing the knees all the way down as far as they'll go to the right. Enough so that it feels like that left shoulder wants to lift off the ground. So then we can work with opening that shoulder and trying to relax it down. Trying to bring your left knee in toward the ground. All the space that you need comes from the breath. And then roll your knees and head back to center. Roll back over to the left side, bringing your right hand to the floor in front of you. Push into the right hand to lift yourself partially up. Then we're going to slide that left arm behind us. And then come and lay the shoulder down on the ground. Lay your head down on the ground. And then take your right hand to your right foot. Send that right leg back. So try to bring the knee behind the hip. Breathe into your chest. Release the foot. Just place it on the ground behind you, relaxing the hand. And then press the knee up. And then return the right knee onto the left knee. Press into the right hand to lift yourself up. Thread that arm under so the left arm comes under the right wrist. Good. And then turn your head to the left. Maybe you can come all the way down onto your right cheek. Doesn't matter if you can't. Feel the stretch in the back of the shoulder. And send your breath there. Good. And then roll back onto your back. And roll over onto the other side. With your left hand on the ground, push yourself part way up so that you can send your right arm straight back behind you, perpendicular to your torso. And then come and lay down onto the shoulder. Rest your cheek on the ground. And then bring your left hand to your left foot and send your left knee all the way back. Maybe kicking the foot into the hand. See if the space between the ribs can breathe apart. Release that foot onto the ground behind you. Bring the hand to the ground in front of you. And then just lift that left knee up. And then return the left knee down. Press into the left hand to lift yourself back up. And then thread the right arm under and behind the left. And then turn your head to the right. See if you can come toward your left cheek. Where does a deep breath go here? Feel into your breathing. Create a deep breath. And then bring your head back. And just rest for a moment here. Can you rest even more? And then we'll press into the left hand to push ourselves up and come onto hands and knees. As always, you can take fists instead of being on flat palms if that feels better to your wrists. And then we'll move through cat and cow, finding the breath first so that we're sure to let the breath set the pace. And then on an exhale, tucking the tailbone, lifting the belly, lifting the spine, tucking the chin. Inhaling, curling the tailbone up. Belly drops as the breath fills it, and then up into the chest as the chest lifts. Follow the path of your breath, not just the pace, but the movement of the breath coordinates with the movement of the spine. And then come back to neutral spine. Keeping your hips over your knees, walk your hands forward. Keep walking the hands forward until you can sink your chest all the way down. Rest on the forehead if you're able to. If that's easy, you can try turning your head and resting on your cheek. If that's still easy, rest on your chin. That'll deepen that bend in the upper back that we're also creating here in addition to opening the shoulders. You want to have the elbows straight so that the shoulders really do get that deep stretch here. Feel the breath moving belly, ribs, chest. If you're on one cheek, turn to the other one. And then let's all bring the forehead to the ground if you're not already there. Slide the hands back. Rest your sit bones back. Fold your arms alongside of you in a traditional child's pose, letting those shoulders rest over the legs, spilling over onto the ground. Let your upper body rest on your lower body, on your legs. Breathe just as deeply, even though the belly, ribs, and chest are not as available. Have that intention to breathe deeply and just see where the body receives the breath, where the body releases when you let go of the breath. And then bring the hands under the shoulders and lift yourself back up onto hands and knees. Walk the hands forward, sink the hips down, coming into a half plank on the knees. So the line from the shoulders through the spine, through the legs is straight. And then start to bend the elbows slowly, lowering the thighs onto the ground until the pubic bone touches down, and then stay there. Pull the hands toward you, send the back ribs forward, pull the shoulders back, and look up, cobra. Hands drawing toward hips, tailbone pressing into the earth. If this hurts your back, just let yourself lower down so it's not as extreme. And then lay your chest on the ground. Lay your forehead on your stacked hands. Feel your belly breathing into the earth. And then release the hands, clasp them behind your back. Roll the shoulders in toward each other. Straighten the elbows. Think of moving the heels of the hands to touching. Press actively down through the hips and pelvis and lift the chest. Reach back and up through the knuckles. Reach up through the eyes. Maybe close the eyes and connect with the posture on the inside. Maybe feeling the way the inhale lifts you up a little bit. And then try not to lower back down on the exhale. And release down. You can rest on one cheek. Let the heels fall out or in, whichever feels more restful to you. And then bring your head back to center. Clasp your hands with the opposite thumb on the outside. Roll the shoulder blades in toward each other. Press the tailbone and the pelvis into the ground. Once again, curl yourself up, reaching up through the arms. And this time lift the legs up off the ground as well. Reach back through the toes. Take the gaze up. Inhale, float your ribs up higher. Exhale, lift your legs up higher. Breathe wide. Feel the breath coming up against the ribs and expanding them. Last breath. Release down, relax the hands, rest on the other cheek. Heels flop open or in. Feeling breath against the ground. As though you can breathe all the energy of the earth into your body. Take in the healing powers of the earth. And when you exhale, you can release whatever doesn't serve you into the earth. Bring your head center. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Push yourself up. And then bring your hands in front of the shoulders, about one hand's length. Spread the fingers wide, curl the toes. Take a breath here Roll the elbows back, the inner elbows forward, and then lift the knees. Pushing forward into your hands, send your sit bones back. And then without bending your left knee, try to press your right heel down. It's okay if the left heel lifts a little bit more and the left hip lifts a little bit more, but keep both legs straight. Press the inner right ankle toward the outer right ankle. And then change legs. Pressing into the left heel. The left thigh presses back. We sustain the arch in the foot by moving the inner ankle out. Feel that left hip being sent back as you push your hands forward. And then press both heels down. Press both hips back. Press into all 10 fingers, but especially the first two. Keep the inner elbows rolled forward, shoulders down the back. Breath, belly, ribs, chest. Scooping the belly in as you exhale. Okay, now begin to walk your feet up to your hands. Stay bent over. Soften the knees. Take hold of your opposite elbows, framing your head with your arms. So your head relaxes down inside the square of your arms, and then sway from side to side like a pendulum. And come center. Tuck your chin. Roll yourself up to standing. Reaching all the way up. Bring the palms together, bend your elbows, and move your thumbs onto your upper back. Breathe in, reaching elbows up. Breathe out, pull the belly in. Then inhale the arms up and exhale down. Just stand for a moment, closing the eyes if that's comfortable, softening the knees, feeling the weight of the feet on the ground. Feeling the breath. Again, imagining that you're drawing the breath up from the earth, up through the soles of the feet, all the way to the top of your head. And then exhaling back down into the earth, like a cleansing, fresh oxygen, prana, chi, energy into the body. Stale, stress, negative energies out into the earth. And gently open the eyes. Take a step forward with your right foot. Lift your back heel so your weight shifts to your right foot. And then take your gaze onto the ground in front of you. We're going to start to hinge forward from the hips and lift the back leg, letting the eyes trace a line from your original spot down to right below your face. Activate your back foot and press out through the bottom of your foot. If you're balanced here and you want to challenge yourself more, you can send the arms forward overhead. Good. And then let's lift up, placing that left foot back. Lift the arms up. Inhale. Exhale and fold forward. Pulling the right hip back, scooping the belly in as you exhale. Trying to keep the front leg straight. Relaxing the torso over the leg as you exhale. Relax the head down. If your hands don't reach the ground, they can come onto your shin. Maybe you have some props handy you can rest them on. Good. And then bend that front knee. Step the back foot forward with both knees bent, chin tucked. Roll yourself up. Reach the arms up. Exhale the arms down. Close the eyes. Feel your feet on the earth. Feel your breath in your body. Open the eyes. Step the left foot forward, lifting the back heel. Shift your weight into the left foot. Breathe into your heart. Look at the ground. And then start to hinge forward, lifting your back leg, letting your eyes trace a line toward you. Arms can come forward overhead. Back foot is active. Breath is steady. Eyes are not moving. Good. And then place that right foot down. Reach the arms up. Inhale. Exhale, fold over the left leg. Letting the arms come down. Letting the head rest down. Scoop the belly in. Pull the left hip back. And when you exhale, really try to let go. Try to lay your body down toward your thigh. Kind of like you can in child's pose. Just a real release. The tightness in your hamstring may impede you, but go as much as you're able to go without holding back. Just surrender into that exhale. Good. Bend the front knee, step forward, and roll yourself up. Reaching up, inhale. Exhale, hands together at the heart. Breath. Now send the arms straight ahead. Lift your heels off the ground and bend your knees. Pull your navel up and in and sink your tailbone down. And then lower the buttocks all the way onto the heels. Bring the hands to the ground. Let's just take a moment bending forward here, opening the back for a moment. Can you feel the spine making space as you breathe into it? And then lower all the way down onto your buttocks. Bring the arms forward. If you want to work harder, bring the arms up. If you don't feel like working hard at all today, just bring your hands onto your knees. And we're going to slowly lower the body onto the ground, keeping the chin to the chest. Lower with control. Once the head has come down, let the arms rest by your side. Resume your full deep breath. And then place your left foot onto your right knee. Lift your right foot off the ground. Clasp your hands behind the back of your right leg and flex both feet, having the right foot at the same height as the right knee, so that when you exhale, you can push the right foot toward the right knee. Move your chin down toward your chest, lengthening your neck. Really important to keep the left foot flexed, protecting the knee. And just breathe deeply here. And then release the hands and return that right foot to the ground. Open the arms out to the side. Cross the left leg all the way over the right leg so the knees are stacked. Lift the hips and move them to the left, and then drop the knees to the right. Lift the head and move it to the right, and then turn it to the left. You can just be passive here, or you can experiment, maybe squeezing the legs together as you inhale. See what that does. Maybe releasing the right hip into the ground as you exhale. If that left shoulder comes off the ground here, you can try inhale, rolling it forward or up, and then up toward the ear, and then down. So Just one shoulder roll. See if that helps. Keep sinking into the right side. Breathing all the way from the bottom to the top. And then come back to center. Uncross your legs, straighten out your body. And then place the right ankle on top of the left knee. Lifting the left foot, hands clasped behind the back of the left thigh. Both feet flex, chin is down. Breath is smooth and slow and deep. And then as you exhale, push that left foot toward the right foot. The deeper you inhale, the more you exhale, and the more you exhale, the more you stimulate the relaxation response in the body. And release the foot down, arms out to the sides. Cross the right leg all the way over the left. Lift the hips, move them to the right, and drop the knees to the left. Lift the head, move it to the left, and turn it to the right. And again, you can play with it. See if it feels better to you to just be passive in the pose and focus on relaxing, or if you would like to squeeze your legs on the inhale and then just try to release on the exhale. And return back to center. Uncross the legs, straighten out your body, hug the knees to the chest, and lift your forehead to your knees. Breathing here. Good. And then we'll rock lengthwise on the spine. And eventually, when you have the momentum, move your hands from your knees to your back. And then walk your hands down, lifting your body up, rolling the shoulders under you, moving the elbows under you toward each other. Reach up through the toes. Reach your tailbone up toward your toes. Try to have the weight on your shoulders. If this is not a pose that works for your body, then you can just place your hands under your lower back and lift the legs up into the air like so. It's still nice to reverse the circulation of the blood in the legs. Okay, let's bring the knees toward the forehead. Lay the spine down slowly so that when the sacrum comes down, it's resting on the hands, the palms facing down against the ground, legs up. So now we're all in this position. And then slowly lower the legs down with control. Continue to breathe. Once the legs have come down, you can release the hands, bend the knees, roll your head from side to side again. Go slow or fast as you like. Come to stillness. Tuck the tailbone under, release the legs, shake the legs out. If you have an eye pillow, you can place that on your eyes now. Bring the arms out to the sides, palms up, legs a comfortable distance apart. And take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhaling out of the mouth, releasing the jaw. Top and bottom teeth separating, slight parting in the lips. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling out of the mouth, sinking the weight of the body into the ground, feeling heavy. Inhale through the nose, exhale out of the mouth, releasing the weight of the mind, letting that heaviness go, letting go of your thoughts, your judgments, your planning, your remembering, your fantasizing, all those little habits of the mind that become so enticing. Just let them go. Feeling instead the feeling of an effortless breath in the body. So also letting go of the breath. Just allowing the breath to unfold however it may. And noticing where the awareness can most easily land in the breath, where it can follow it. And just resting the attention there. Become interested in the breath. When the mind wanders into any of those attractions, just let it go, coming back to the breath again. Feeling the body, relaxing the body. Letting go, letting go, letting go. Breathe into your heart. Move the fingers and toes. Reach the arms overhead. Take a deep breath. Stretch long. Hug the knees to the chest. Rocking side to side. Feeling the ground massaging your back. Coming center. Opening the knees, bringing the soles of the feet together, the palms together. Grab hand to hand and foot to foot. And then roll onto either side, resting your head on your arm, resting your body on the ground, allowing yourself to be held, cradled, supported. Maybe calling to mind all the ways you are supported by the world. And then slowly press yourself up, coming into any comfortable sitting position. Sinking the sit bones down and lifting the head tall. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands together at the heart. Inhale the heart up to the hands. Exhale, shoulders relax down. Inhale deeply, filling yourself up from bottom to top. Take it all in and let it all go. Drop the chin to the chest. Namaste. Thank you for your practice.